back with another video. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hopefully you're having a good night wherever you may be in the world. If you are someone who's watching me that is not in the US, I would like to know if I'm reaching out to you. If you are here in the US, I would like to know. Reach out to me and let me know where you are. And if I am reaching you, I want my messages to spread around the world. Every information, every piece of information is good information. There's no such thing as bad information. There's no such thing as who's right and who's wrong. It is up to the interpreter and it is up to the person who is listening whether they resonate with what people are saying. So, excuse me. That is what it's about. It is resonating. Whether you resonate with what people speak or not. So, if you are around the world and you're listening to me, please let me know where you are. If I'm reaching you. If you're here in the United States, let me know where you are and if I'm reaching you. And if you're vibing and like what you're hearing, press the like button. I really like to see my likes go up the same as my views, because that would be a great thing. It will help the algorithms for my video to reach more people, and that also lets people know that I'm here. So do me a favor, press the like button, or shall I say, do a good deed, be of service to others, spread the message, push the like button, push the share button, each one teach one. We're all here to learn, and we're in school. So, if you have any earbuds, earpods, you're on a PC, whatever you're on, I'm going to ring the singing bowl. But first thing first, I'm going to light this Palo Santo so I can clear the air in this room. I try to speak to Spirit, Source, to give me more things to talk about. I try to. Because it's not easy being a content creator. It's not that easy. And especially to come up with material or something that that you need to speak about, or at least try to speak about, because it's not easy to come up with material to speak about unless you speak about the same thing over and over again. And I don't like speaking about the same thing over and over again. I really don't. So I got a source to help me to come up with more content, come up with more creative ways of reaching you. But not so much of a creative way, but just a way to communicate and give valuable. Here we go with the singing bowl. All right. Now, this video is about how do you know when source or spirit is speaking to you. There are some of us that dream, and there are some of us that don't. I want to touch on the subject of both because some people do not dream. Some people have a hard time with dreaming, and some people have a hard time of remembering their dreams. To know when spirit is talking to you, you have to write things down. And when I say write things down, I mean write down your dreams. Journal your dreams, because your dreams is one way that spirit can talk to you. Your dreams is one way that spirit can talk to you. When you write them down, you journal them. Eventually, there will be something that will be shown to you, and you can be just casually looking through something, or see something, or hear something that someone else speaks about, and then you go and you research it, and lo and behold, your dream could be right there. It's always good to write down your dreams. Journal your dreams, because that's really, really important, because this is how you know when spirit is speaking to you. It may not make sense at the time, but you will know if spirit is speaking to you. Now, I don't want to say forget about, the things that, the numbers. I don't want to say that, because there are a lot of us that depend on those numbers. I'm one of those persons that depended on those numbers. But I here recently found out that those numbers are not helping me. They don't mean anything for me. The way spirit speaks to me is through my dreams and visions, not through numerology. Spirit doesn't speak to me through that. There's also a thing that's called synchronicity, but not synchronicity in the sense of numbers, but synchronicity as a sense of 3D physical realm. I mean, numbers are 3D too, but it's more or less like actions, more or less like movement, daily life movement, and seeing or hearing, these certain things, I'll give you one instance. I was watching a reader, and she spoke about pregnancy. That same night, I'm watching a movie with my best friend, and then I see a woman who's pregnant. That's synchronicity. That's that's what I'm talking about. Or I'm watching someone and they speak about the line of Judah, but then I doing something else, and or let's say I'm watching TV and hear some commercial about some church commercial, and then you hear line of Judah. That's what I'm talking about. These are the synchronicities I'm talking about. But I won't necessarily say forget about the numbers, because there are a lot of us that do not dream. But what I'm saying is just take every aspect of your life, of your movement, every aspect of your movement and of your life, take note of it, see it, and then on top of that, if you are artistic and you are someone who likes to draw, you see imageries, you see anything that's in your dreams, you see anything that's of a trinket or something that just stands out, and you draw, and I mean, you take down a mental note and draw it, what you saw. It doesn't have to be a mural, but just take down, little stuff that you may have seen, you know, um, these type of things. You know what I mean? I've had dreams of hornets. I've had dreams of locusts. I've had dreams of all kinds of stuff. I mean, we can get into extraterrestrial too. I've been on ships. I've seen many things in my dreams. In the etheric world, I've seen many things. I've been told things that I've heard, and the next thing you know, I hear somebody else speaks about it in my dreams. But then once I hear someone speak about it on a video or something like that, it's like, oh wow. And not knowing what I'm being told in my subconscious, in the etheric world, not knowing that this is what I write things down. You have to write things down in order to know when Spirit's speaking to you, especially when it's in your dreams. Or even journal your day. Journal what happened. What's significant to you that will help you in the long run. Because you may do something like me here just recently. I was listening to a woman. She was speaking. She was, I guess, ministering, if you want to call it that. She was saying about the olive branch. And she was saying something. She said it in a way that was kind of weird, kind of different. So I Googled it. And when I Googled it, I came across, and now before I say this, in one of my dreams, it was showed to me, and this is something that, and this dream I had, it was in January of 25th of 2024, the beginning of the year. And I drew this thing down, I drew what I saw. And in that dream, there was someone who was possessed with a demonic spirit. So I grabbed this brass, looks like a plus symbol, and I grabbed it off of a pew or some kind of stand or whatever it is that you want to call it, where someone stands behind and preaching. So I grabbed this cross with what really looks like a plus sign, and I take this brass and I put it on the person, and you can hear the searing of their flesh, but you can also hear the demonic scream within that person. And I drew exactly what I saw, that I grabbed with my hand, this brass, cross, here yesterday. And today is give me 1 second. Here today is the 22nd of March 2024. I had that dream, like I said, in January. It's March 22nd. I had that dream January 25th of 2024. So I immediately, when I was watching this woman and she was doing her, I guess, preaching or whatever it may be, or giving her testimony or whatever it was that she was doing, Um, she mentioned about the olive branch, but she mentioned it in a certain way that I didn't quite. I know what the olive branch is, but I didn't quite understand what she was trying. Well, I understood what she was trying to say, and I understand what she was trying to say. But the thing was, is it's just the way that she worded it. So I went and I Googled, and I started looking at the olive branches because the woman was speaking about. That's what she was speaking about. She was speaking about the eclipse that is up and coming next month on what is it, April 8, 24, 2024. I'm sorry. Yeah, so she was mentioning about that, and she mentioned about the shape of the where the in the last couple of years are how many ever years since 2017, no 20 the 2017 noted from the what is it, the landing of the where the eclipse was showing, and it shows like look like an A. But I know I've seen this symbol before, and I'm still trying to check it out. I'm still trying to look through it and see, because I know I've seen that symbol before that they have on the map of the United States. But anyway, so she was calling it the olive branch. So I kind of looked it up to try to look up for imageries of the olive branch. So I go and I look and I Google. So as I'm scrolling and I'm seeing nothing but olive branches and trees and olives and stuff like that, and I come across this plus cross. And the imagery that I drew was so close, that was from my dream as we were doing a exorcism. Um, it was so close, but it was the cross that was from, they call it the Jerusalem cross. It is the fivefold cross. This is what I saw in my dream. It was a fivefold cross. So uh, this is what I mean by when the Spirit is speaking to you. Here I'm in my dream and I'm doing an exorcist. I literally pulled a brass fivefold cross. Didn't know it was a fivefold cross, but I drew it because it's what I saw. And here, 3 months later, almost 3 days away from 3 months, and I find this on Google. So you see the importance of drawing, or see the importance of writing your dreams down, because somewhere down the line, you're going to find things, or see things, or read things, or hear things that people are saying, people are doing, and it's a message for you. It is a message for you. So this is how you know the Spirit is talking to you. You have to write down everything, and you have to take in every aspect of your existence. This is what you call being awakened. This is what you call being aware. Being aware of the things that are happening in front of you and around you, and even being aware of what cannot be seen, but being aware of your surroundings. I mean, of course, there are signs and wonders in the heavens, but you still have to see the signs and wonders around you. So it's not just through synchronicity, knowing when Spirit is speaking to you, knowing when Source is speaking to you. It's not just through numbers. It's through every action throughout your existence, throughout this entire 3D physical realm, in every aspect. This is how you know when Spirit is speaking to you. It's not easy because there's a lot of us that do not dream. And for those that do not dream, you have to pay attention to your daily life to know when Spirit is speaking to you. You have to pay attention to if something is not working, don't keep trying it over and over again, because obviously it's not meant to work for you. If you're not meant to work with certain things or certain tools or certain stones or certain, crystals, don't mess with it, because it's telling you no. If something doesn't work with you, if something doesn't work for you, and if you're using certain things or you're doing certain type of I want to say, working with candles or working with certain things, and these things are not seeming to work for you, don't do it, because it's a way of Spirit speaking to you, because it's not for you. Different strokes for different folks, as they say. So being aware is one of the major keys of knowing when Spirit is speaking to you. Knowing what Source is speaking to you is being aware of everything. And I mean using all 5 senses. And there are some of us that have more than 5 senses. Clairaudio, being clairsentient. All the clairs is what I'm trying to say. So, for some of us that see and hear in the etheric realm, listen. Like I'm one of those ones that can hear in the etheric realm. It doesn't happen that often, but not as often as I would like it to, but every once in a while I get to hear in the etheric realm. So this is ways that you know when you're being spoken to by Source. For those that don't believe in the synchronicity, don't believe in the aspect of numerology synchronicity, journal everything you do, and if it's something really significant, write it down. And especially as you go out throughout your day, moving about, and that's what I mean by synchronicity, moving about throughout your physical 3D dimensional life, moving about, because you can go one place and then something happened, you're like, wait a minute. You go to another place, you're like, wait a minute, same thing just happened. Write it down. It can help out a lot. It'll let you know when you're being talked to by Source, or when they're nudging at you, trying to get your attention. Because when numbers don't work, because numbers don't work for everyone. Like I'm one of the ones that numbers don't work for, because I played the lotto, I did all that kind of crazy stuff that numbers were telling me to do something, and when I go and do it, nothing happens. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. You see this abundance, but you see this AAA, but unfortunately, it doesn't necessarily mean that. It means abundance in life, abundance in joy, abundance in happiness, abundance in food, abundance in water, abundance in energy, abundance in vision, abundance in love. I mean, abundance can be, AAA can mean anything. But in my mind, I'm thinking finances. That's what I'm thinking in my mind, but later on, I learned that this AAA doesn't necessarily mean that. So I stopped looking and listening to these numbers and all this other kind of stuff because it wasn't helping me. It was hindering me. It was not helping me. Because once you start looking outside of yourself to know if you're being talked to, you get disappointed like I did. And I've been disappointed twice. And when I see these numbers, I just wave them off like, I don't believe in that crap no more. That's just what I do because it's not for me. I had to learn the hard way. And the hard way was the abundance, the number 8, the infinity symbol. I mean, it's worthless to me. It may not be worthless. It's worthless to me, but it may not be worthless to someone else. I'm just saying, use every aspect and every avenue to know if you're being talked to by spirit, source. So I'm going to leave this here. I want to thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Each one teach one. Push that notification bell to know that you will know that a new video has been dropped. Push the like button, man. I mean, it's giving back. It's giving back. When you push that like button, you're giving back. You're returning the energy that's being given. So it's just, it doesn't take that long. Just push the like button. Or if you don't like it, push the don't like button. Different strokes for different folks. Because a lot of people won't like what I have to say. And I mean, I'm quite sure there's going to be some things I'm going to get on. I'm going to say what I really feel, but at the right time. So, thank you for watching. Ancestor of the Carrion race and Lyran race, out.